What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you again on YouTube tonight, and I've got another haul video. Been doing a lot of hauls lately, tons of books. Been going to a lot of church fairs, flea markets, stuff like that. This one I actually did probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I just was slacking on getting it up because I put like 7 other videos up that I've been doing hauls of. But I actually went to my church here in Pittsburgh. Went to my church's flea market. It was closing day. They had a sale where they give you this gigantic brown bag, and anything you could fit inside the brown bag is $1. You give $1 for the brown bag, and anything that fits inside it you can have for free, basically. So it's $1 for the bag, and you fill it up with all the things you want. I wound up with a huge steal that day. I wound up with 13 books total, plus a DVD game, like a board game DVD thing, and a little sampler. So 15 total items for $1. Pretty awesome. So I'm going to real quick run through those things with you guys, real briefly, and just show you my haul. I got a bunch of mystery books, got some poetry stuff, some prayer stuff, some fun stuff for the house. First things first, I've got 1 versus 100, the DVD game. You guys probably have seen this at some point on TV. Danny Tanner, Bob Saget in all his glory. Right there, Mr. Clean from Full House is the host of this. It's an interactive DVD game where you play against the mob and you try to win fake money by answering questions. It's a lot of fun. You can do multiplayer or singles. Super steal here. This is on in stores for like $20, and I got this for under $1 basically. So really good steal here. I've already won the million twice, once in single player and once in multiplayer. So it's fun to play with your friends, or you can play computerized by yourself. So it's fun either way. I like it a lot. Here's a quick glance at the back. So I got that. A lot of fun. Really enjoying it so far. Got this little sampler. I'm happy every hour. My friends and I like to go out and have drinks or have drinks here and have a friendly party fun atmosphere here. So the Happy Every Hour sampler, it actually hangs behind my shot glass collection directly behind me that you can't see off camera. But so this is a perfect spot behind my shot glasses for happy hour every hour in the Jason Burke household. Now I've got a ton of books here. I have my little bag behind me. I'm going to pull these books up one by one. This is an awesome steal, being a fan of poetry as I am. This is the Norton Anthology of Poetry. This is like 1,200 pages of classic poets. There's Shelley, there's Keats, there's Shakespeare, there's John Drayton, love poems, George Gordon, Robert Browning. There's E.E. Cummings. Yeah, there's 1,200 pages of classic poets and love scenes and classic things like that. So for an all-time poet like myself who loves doing Shakespeare and acts in Shakespeare plays, this for $1, for less than $1, in a bag, you can't beat it. So I've only read a couple of samples so far, but I'm really enjoying what I'm reading. Good book. If you guys like poetry and like classic poets, this compendium is for you. Next we have Invisible by James Patterson. I've read 2 Patterson novels so far, the first 2 that were made into DVDs. Really enjoyed them both. I devoured them quickly. This one looks to be another one of those crime drama twist novels. Patterson's, that he does so well. So I haven't read this yet, but I'm very excited to read it. Again, these go for $15 to $20 in bookstores, if not more. Got it for like, less than 10 cents when you think about the per piece value here. So Patterson's Invisible. Super excited about that. This one has no cover on it. I forget what it is. What in the world is it? It is another Patterson book. It is Merry Christmas, Alex Cross by James Patterson. There was no cover on it. Oh, here's the side. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Alex Cross. I read the first 2 Patterson novels were the Alex Cross novels that started the series. So I'm a huge fan of Alex Cross. I'm following the start of his journey now. I'm not sure how many this skips ahead. But again, you can't beat it for less than $1. So excited to read more Patterson. I need more Patterson in my life. I love his stuff. Next we have a book that I've already read and loved. Harlan Coben, Caught. For my previous video, you guys know that I read Tell No One by Harlan Coben in like 2 days. It was amazing. I followed it up by reading this one in like 2 days. In like 3 sittings, I read the entire 400-page book. Harlan Coben is, in my opinion, right now, the best mystery twist writer out there. He has a mix of horror, crime, drama, thriller, supernatural. He is really good at what he does. And this book, I will give a review on this at some point, so I won't spoil it. But if you like twists and detective novels with thriller aspects and deep characters that you care about, Harlan Coben's the way to go. I read this already. I'm going to read it again. It was amazing. I could not put it down. Next, we've got one I haven't read yet. Nicholas Sparks, The Rescue. I am a Nicholas Sparks fan. It's kind of tattered and beat up, but I'm not one of those, has to be in perfect condition. As long as I can read the book and there's no damage to the words, I'm good. I've been compared to Nicholas Sparks by a couple of people that have read my love poems. I'm actually a huge fan of Nicholas Sparks. I know it's not the coolest thing in the world, but I love the Sparks movies. I love some of the adaptations in the books that he's written. Haven't read The Rescue, but the synopsis sounded cool, so I decided to check it out. It'll be my second or third Sparks novel I ever read, and the first one that I actually own, so I'm excited about that. Next, we've got Stephen White, Private Practices. I initially thought this said Stephen King when I bought it. I saw Stephen in the cover, and I threw it in the bag. Sure enough, it's not Stephen King, but so what? It was like 10 cents. The back looks really good. This looks like one of the better buys from the cover and the back that I've read. So I'm excited to check this out. First time reading a Stephen White novel. If you guys know who that is or you've read his stuff in the past, hit me up in the comments down below. This one is an actual Stephen King book, and you guys know that I got the Stephen King's It from my last haul video. I also got Stephen King's The Shining, another movie adaptation classic, which I own and I've seen 1,000 times, and never actually read the book. So this, along with It, is another one that I've always wanted to read and always heard good things about, even being better than the movie. So I actually own now The Shining. To find this for 10 cents is just amazing for someone who's a collector and who loves the old horror classics. My goodness, you can't beat that. Next we've got Love Poems and Love Letters. I've actually already read through this a couple times. This is a good coffee table book or a book you read whenever you're on the way out the door. It's like a bunch of short love scenes from Shakespeare, love poems from different classic authors, really short, like 5-6 lines, some are a paragraph or two, some are a page, but it's a really small, brief little book of just classic love lines and poems labeled by month. So it's a seasonal book as well. So read through these, very cool stuff, some classic stuff that I'd heard before, really good book. The Old Man and the Sea, Ernest Hemingway is the next book I have. This is one of the ones you've heard about as a kid. Everyone talks about how classic it is. Hemingway, I've read one or two pieces of his, and I've read scenes from his books, but never an actual book. It's my first actual Hemingway book that I own. So, again, being a classic fan, a collector, that's a good buy. We've got Dean Koontz. You guys know from my last haul, I bought like 5 Dean Koontz books. Here's another one, Soul Survivor. This one stood out as being the best Koontz novel they had at this church sale, so I picked it up. It looks really good. I've got quite the extensive Koontz collection now. I think I own like 10 of his books, and I haven't read about 6 of them yet, so I need to get on that. Koontz is my next author to tackle, so I'm excited. I've got another Stephen King here. I've got Insomnia. This is one that my mom used to own. I've always heard good things about and never actually read. I'm definitely going to tackle this one. The back looks really good. Again, I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I own like 20 of his novels. I've read most of them. I love almost all of them. So, Stephen King Insomnia, I'm very excited about as well. My book collection is getting very high right now. Here's one that I read every single day. I'm a devout Christian. I'm big in faith. I was born and raised Catholic. This is Living Wisdom for Every Day. It's basically every single day there are quotes from the Bible and little sonnets from popes and different biblical writers. And they have sort of meditations for each day to start your day positively. They give you like 2 or 3 lines to say each morning to pray to God and keep your mind in focus, to stay positive, to stay upbeat, and to keep yourself on task. So being big into praying, this keeps me very well in line for hard weeks ahead. So I'm really glad I got that. And finally, the final book in this long video is another one that I just finished. It's another Harlan Coben book. The third Coben book that I own, and the third one in a row now that I've read. After reading Caught, I read Livewire. I won't spoil it because I will review it at some point, but this book is amazing. It's just as good as Caught, almost as good as the first one that I read, Tell No One. Coben is amazing. I can't say enough good things about it. One of the best books that I've read this year, along with Caught. I read this in about 3 days and 3 or 4 sittings as well. Couldn't put it down. So far, all the ones that I've read, I've loved. Haven't found a bad book in the bunch yet, and I got a bunch to read. So if you guys know now, in my last 3 haul videos, I got about 30 books to read. So far, I've tackled about 6 of those. I've read 6 or 7. I have like 21, 22 to go. So, long ways ahead. I'm still looking to buy more books, though. So what do you guys think of these authors? Have you read any of these books? What do you guys think of the poetry, the Christian stuff, the murder mysteries, the detective stuff? Tell me down below. What do you guys think of these authors in these books? What books are you reading right now? What are you looking to collect? Who are you enjoying most that I should check out? And should I review these books? Tell me again down below. I want to talk to you guys. So until next time, stay scared, lock your doors, enjoy the movies, and I will see you all real soon.